Hey community, welcome to Webplug. In this demo, I'm going to show you how you can sync your Airtable base with the Webflow CMS in just one click. First, have a look at my collection. You can see there are numerous fields in it, and I've left the slug field, the default slug field, as it is. Make sure one more thing that all the fields are only of type plain text, because that's the only thing that can be synced. So only plain text. Now, once you have created all this, make sure it also has a Airtable ID field. Airtable ID as a plain text again. So now let's head on to the Webplug tool and see how we can sync it with the Airtable base. First, go to Add Plug, click on the Airtable connector, click on Setup. Now from here onwards, you can set up the collection you want to sync, which is persons in my case. Then here it has even specified that all you need to do is just add the Airtable ID, which we have already added. So of type plain text. So let's generate the template, the Airtable template to be more precise. So it has created the Airtable template here. Last name, location, name, slug, Webflow ID, all these have been created. What you do need to make sure is that when you create, all of them are of type single line text in Airtable. Single line text. So let's head on to Airtable and do that. First, let's create a base from scratch. Very creatively, let's name it as Webplug. So now you can head on to the template back again and see last name, location, name, slug, Webflow ID. And one more thing to make sure that these are case sensitive. So it has to be lowercase. Now location. First make sure this is also of single line text and lowercase. Name. Slug. And finally Webflow ID. So now we have created all these. Let's add a value in this. So let me add my last name. Let me add my location, India. Let me add my first name, Harsh. And let me add slug. Here what you need to know is that it has to be only the first time. You're not going to change this value again. So just add some unique value, any random value, Hirsch123, and make sure it's not common with any other record. And Webflow ID, you have to leave it empty. This is going to be auto-generated. And this one also will be overridden by Webplug. So this assign it first time, and this one you never assign. You don't touch it. So now we have all these columns, fields created, and make sure they're all of single plain text. Like you can click here and check again. Single line text only. So once you have created all this, and now that you have created all of them, you can simply proceed to sync data. So now it's asking for API key, base key, and table name. Just go to airtable.com API, Webplug. I prefer JavaScript because it just shows me all of this at one place. API key, just go here and copy paste. Base key, and now the table name. I want to sync this table 1. So table 1 is here finally. Let's verify if all my values are right. It is. So now let's just sync and see if it works. Well, it's showing it works. Let's check. No items? What? Well, let's refresh it. There you go. Now you have a value synced from your Airtable. And let me assume, oh, guess what? I need to change my name. I just don't like it anymore. Let me change it to Herschel. So I go back and let me sync again. Let's see if updated that. So you can see very creatively, Webplug was able to detect your record and was able to update it as well. So now your Webflow CMS is just going to mirror the Airtable. Thank you for watching.